Alright, I'm going to talk about my experience as homeless in Ireland on my return. So basically, I got back from Portugal teaching about 2 months ago, and I signed on welfare because I can't get a job here. I get rejected for basic jobs I'm overqualified for. And all the questions are about your race and religion, so you know why I'm not getting them. Anyway, the first day back, I stayed in the hostel a few nights. I'll try and cut this story short. And then when I stayed there a few nights, I decided I can't afford it because I've blown my money. You know, staying in hostels between jobs, getting fired. You know, I keep getting fired for educating people about IQ and racial differences in IQ and stuff like that. But anyway, so then I went to the homeless centre and got a tent, and went to this other area that I'd sussed out that could be good to sleep in, this sort of park, and there was a tent, and I walked over to the tent and looked inside, and I was like, hello, could you tell me a thing here? And two people stuck their head out, and they're like, oh, are you got some change? They were living heroin addicts or whatever. So I walked off as fast as possible and walked over to the man on the bench who was drinking, obviously an alcoholic, and he thought I was a junkie. And what did he do? He, you know, took issue with me immediately and was on the offensive. And I just said, no man, I need to know where to park my tent. And he's like, don't park it here, it's got rats in it. And I was like, but I don't care. And he goes, why do you want to sleep here in the tent? I said, I'm homeless, I have to do this, save up for a van and then sleep in the van. Because I can't afford hostels, it's €30 a night, my money will be dead in a minute. And he goes, stay in mine, €600 a week. And I go, I just told you I'm on welfare. And he goes, okay, what can you afford? I said 200, and he goes, okay, 150. And then that's it, we parted ways. And I went to the hostel that night, got my stuff, didn't believe him, knocked his door, and he agreed. It was still on. And so I went and got back to the hostel again, got my stuff, excuse me, and then moved in. And yeah, I got 3 weeks until he rang the police and kicked me out. Because it turned out he was a raging alcoholic, shouting and screaming every day. He had athlete's foot. You know, he had athlete's foot for I don't know how many years, and he doesn't do anything about it. He couldn't speak. He would use it as an excuse to start shouting abuse at you. And then one time I said something about a football team that he doesn't even like. And he started shouting. I left the room and he was screaming. And then all of a sudden, 30 minutes later, the police came. 5, 6 police. He had told them that we were fighting. I said, are you serious? I was sitting playing chess in my bedroom, and they kicked me out. So I went and stayed in the hostel, and by this time I had enough for the van. Stayed in the hostel, went and got the van, and here I am, sleeping in the van. And it's the best thing ever. The van life is exquisite. It's so much better.